И така, уважаеми дами и господа, скъпи гости, ето, че настъпи момента, в който ще открием и втората част от турнира. След малка почивка, вече спортистите официално са събрали сили за втората част от това прекрасно първенство. Някои дори вече загряват на терена, страхотно се справят. С паричко и отборите ще вземат позиции. Уважаеми дами и господа, докато подготвяме терена, тук е моментът, в който ще споделя, че в първите минути имаме възможността да гледаме и дамите. Дамите, отбор моряци срещу Национална ръгби академия 18. Уважаеми дами и господа, първите отбори вече заемат позиции. Нека ги аплодираме малко с аплодисменти. Има да презентира турнирната срещу Национална ръгби академия 18.
Here we go again with the second part of the 6th issue of Красико Beach Rugby Tournament here in Burgas. My name is Stefan Antonov and I'm commenting the live stream from Burgas. We're going to watch teams of Sailors Burgas with the blue jerseys against the girls from National Sports Academy under 18 with the pink jerseys. Good tackling skills, hard defending play, but also Sailors maintain the ball possession with a couple of good offloads and proper support. They scored their first try. So it is Sailors 1, NSA 0. Good tackle, another good, oh no, it's not another good tackling. Actually, the girl with number 10 from National Sports Academy scored a fantastic try, disallowing a couple of opposite players to tackle her. It was a tremendous show of stubbornness and a refusal to surrender in the face of the opposition. It is a physical, but it also up to the character of the player. It's not let a try. Let's see what the Sailors are going to make in defense. Or perhaps National Sports Academy will make another breakthrough. Not by now. Not for now. Not yet. Something must have happened from the ground, but no penalty. Good tackle by Teddy Zideva. Teddy is facing another player attempting to tackle her. She did it after the offload. And another offload. It reminded us for wrestling. You know, when you catch a player but doesn't knock him down, it's not really tackling. It's always wrestling. Okay, here comes the second try for Sailors. We must mention that it is the Sailors who are grown-up ladies over 18 play against junior girls team for National Sports Academy, so even though the score may reflect some visible advantage of the Sailors over the National Sports Academy, it is their age which determines the difference. They are just young girls that haven't yet turned 18. Another try. 3-1. Sailors 3. NRA 1. Апаратната те са не СА, а не НРА. NSA attacking, trying to offload the ball after the tackle. Keep the possession on the ball, and another offload. Good defense by the Sailors, good defense. Okay, finally got knocking down the girl outside of the pitch. Really need to line out. And the fourth try for the Sailors. Sailors 4, NSA 1. 4-1 е резултата. Short break. It's still too hot on the field. Actually, it is so hot if the sand where the pitch takes place is not water, it would be hard to stepping. I can feel myself. It is difficult to step with bare feet on that field, on that sand, if it is not water. A room with a view, I would say. Cameraman finds nice things to see even when the game is not running. You see down on the screen Pavel Velkov with the white hat. He was our guest during the first half of the tournament. He is coach of NSA under 18, alongside with his other positions. Chetri Petnaidin 5-0 for the Sailors. Nese under 18 conceived another try, but no, what is important is that the girls stay composed. They may lose the game, they may lose the tournament, but as long as they stay together and try their best, they're going to make progress, and next year why not start gaining victories. They're just too young compared to their opponents, but age is something that is changing constantly. And if they are together working hard, if they have any reason to expect, they might start winning next year. A try, okay, we saw it is a second try for the Sailors. We saw that when they stay together, when they support each other, when there is somebody to carry the ball once the first player has been tackled, it always does the work. It always does the work, and it is a second try for NSA against the Sailors. Sadly, they lack the concentration, absolute lack of concentration in defense. So the tackle became possible without any significant effort by the Sailors. Good tackle, and also good offload. And even better that there is always somebody to support the ball carrier after she's tackled. And this is why we have the third try for NSA against the Sailors. 6-3. Would anybody believe this can happen? Good defense, good tackles by the Sailors. They don't want to allow the NSA to make any progress, any further progress in winning the space, but who is asking them? They're doing what they have to do, and they are actually gaining meters. Teddy Video kickstarts the game after the last set piece. I think it was forward pass, but the referee is there and he said it is okay. Nine to 3. Okay, with the yellow jerseys, we're seeing the Balkan Cats, a team from Irtiman, a town very close to Sofia, just 20 kilometers southeast of Sofia. They're going to face the National Sports Academy ladies. Okay, Wildcats kickstart the game. They're starting against National Sports Academy. This must be a tight game. I expect lots of commitment by the both teams. And let's see which one is going to win. Okay. Good creation of space to the right wing, to the left wing. And a chance for an NSA to score their first try. Now, this is the Balkan Cats. Balkan Cats will manage to get back in the game. Okay, this was smart move. This was really smart move. Congratulations for the National Sports Academy. Nearly the same kind of try, nearly analogical to the first try. NSA scores its second try against the Wildcats. Okay. Oh, that's renewing the game. Okay, it was good. Obviously, it is going to be a physical game. Obviously, it's going to be a physical game, and even though the two teams look prepared enough for the physicality of the games, it is the NSA who dominate the game. С мене? Да? Гледай. Извинявай, ще го направиш ли мят? Добре си с английския? Добре. I'm going to introduce you my next guest. He is a player for National Sports Academy. So basically, he is going to talk about his friendly team, the ladies from National Sports Academy. First, please introduce yourself. What is your name? How old are you? Since when do you play rugby?
Hello, I'm Manol Ruzhinov and I'm 18 years old. I've been playing rugby since I was 13.
So you're one of the youngest players here around and still very experienced already?
Oh, I think so, yeah, because I've been playing for different formations of the Bulgarian side as well, and well, I've been playing for the men team since I was 16, so I have an experience in it.
Where did you learn to speak English so well?
I studied in London.
Oh.
That's where I started playing rugby.
Okay. We have nearly pro here.
Almost, yeah.
Please tell me about your ladies. They seem to dominate the game. How much they work, how much they practice, because it's obviously they're the stronger team on the field.
Oh, they're a very experienced team. A fun fact that I'm not sure do you know about that. Right now, Victoria, which just had the ball, is the daughter of number 2.
Oh.
So we have a mother and a daughter in the squad. This is the mother, and the daughter is on the left wing.
This is something fantastic. By the way, when I spent a semester studying in UK, I was a teammate with a guy who had his brother playing just at the opposite team. At the end of the game, one ended with a broken jaw, the other with a broken leg.
Oh, that's rugby.
Yes, let's not scare the people. It happens not so often. Not so often. It happens, but not often, really. Please tell me, how do you find beach rugby in comparison to the other types of versions of the game?
Well, beach rugby is it's difficult because everything feels slower because the sand really tires you out quickly, and it's a completely different game because I'm used to playing union, which is 15 a side, And for me, beach rugby is very different than rugby union, but I love both of them.
And how about rugby 7?
Well, rugby sevens, it's a different version once again. It's much quicker. There is more tactics. Also, there is scrum in rugby 7 compared to beach rugby.
What are your expectations for the remaining of the performance of National Sports Academy?
Are we talking about the Menti?
Yes.
Well, we are going to have our semi-final in a couple of minutes, and hope so, fingers crossed, we're going to continue to the final.
All right. And how about the ladies? Do you think that, I mean, from my point of view, they seem the best team from the ladies. They seem like unstoppable.
Well, I'm more confident in the ladies than I'm confident in ourselves. So I feel I'm almost certain they're gonna go on to probably win it.
Very fair and very honest. Thank you very much, and good luck on the semi-final. I hope I'll get a chance to talk to you after that again.
Thank you so much.
Okay, you saw another fantastic player. He said that. Now another attempt for the Wildcats to score, but they will not make it. Sadly. Let's hope that by the end they are going to score their try of honor. Jan Trnabrovo is warming up behind the field. They're going to have their semi-final against the National Sports Academy. But now let's see what the National Sports Academy ladies will do until the end of the game. Whoa, it was fantastic pass, changing the front of the attack. Eventually making a numerical advantage for the National Sports Academy and leading to that try. Okay, it seems like a forward pass, but the referee didn't penalize it, so it is not. And 8th try by the National Sports Academy. Domination is clear. The domination is so clear, but let's again say that Balkan Cats are another team that is building up its performance, and I mean, it's always hard in the beginning, but if they stay together for longer, I'm sure that we're going to see victories even from the Wildcats over time. Okay. 9-0. Okay, Wildcats, Nathan Skepi, score a try of honor. Score your try of honor. Domination of National Sports Academy is total. a knock-on. So they started creating their own mistakes. Another chance for the Cats. Come on, Cats. Come on, Wildcats. You don't make offloads when you don't see the person to which you're passing unless you're 20% sure that the person is there to receive the ball. So it was kind of a serious mistake. And I this offload not working if there is somebody. Anyway, it was punished. Not by the referee, but it was punished by the rules of the game, which say that if you make mistakes, you concede tries, eventually you lose. National Sports Academy won after a game of total domination with 9-0 against the Wildcats. The next game is the first playoff, the first semi-final of the men's tournament. It is between Yantra from Gabrovo and Sofia Barbarians. Sofia Barbarians to the left of the screen with the jerseys which consisted of white, blue and red colors, as the Yantra Gabrovo stay with their green and white vests to the right of the screen. Keepers of both teams. Ей, здравствуй. Искаш ли да говорим? Да? Добре, благодаря. Да. Давай, искаш ли да ги коментираш на английски? Добре, слагай. Добре, гледай с мен? Окей. С английския. Ще превеждам тогава, няма проблеми. Добре, окей. Okay, I'm enjoying the game in the presence of a very pretty lady, which is making my job even more pleasant. Би ли се представила за нашите зрители? Силвия Юрукова is from Gabrovo. She started playing for the Cats and now she supports and now she supports Yantra. Please tell me what is the feeling to watch your boys playing. Okay, it's like in the discotheque. Така, окей, ето започна играта. Как е усещането? Как се чувстваш, когато играят вашите момчета?
Под голямо напрежение, съм в страшна еуфория.
Очакванията ти за изхода от този матч и от крайния турнир?
Те са фаворити.
Фаворити. Добре, а ти как е женското регби? Няколко думи да кажеш за развитието на женското регби?
Трябва да се работи повече.
В кое направление? Now Sylvia is saying that female rugby needs to be developed by hard work in any direction. It means physicality, it means technicality, it means tactics and strategy, but they're not giving up. They're going to continue the efforts. Днес ти играеш за котките?
Да.
Добре, а обичайно кой е твоят отбор?
Янтра Габрово.
Но днес той ще излезе ли на терена?
Не, няма женски отбор, за съжаление.
Нямате. Sylvia says that she is originally from Gabrovo, and when there is ladies team from Gabrovo, she plays for it, but since there is not the ladies team from Gabrovo now, this is why she is playing for the Cats. Какво можеш да ни разкажеш за котките? Виждам, че вие сте много разнообразен отбор. Ти си от Габрово, той е от Ихтиман, има играчи от цяла България. Колко често се събирате?
Не е много често, но при всяка възможност всеки момент, който е възможно, се събираме, за да отиграваме положения, да учиме техника и така насетне.
So, during our conversation, it is Barbarians who scored their first try against Yantra, so it is 1 Barbarians, 0 Yantra. And Sylvia told us that the Wildcats, which we saw losing by the NSA ladies, okay, Yantra Gabru is equalizing right now. How is the name of the boy who scored? That's Kazo Bela. Okay. So she was talking that they are quite a new team. That there are players from different parts of Bulgaria. Different parts of Bulgaria, and this is why they have not the experience in playing amongst each other. They don't yet feel themselves like a team. This was actually the key reason why NSA managed to dominate the game the way we saw they did. Now, Yantra is advancing for their second try. They made it. They created numero advantage and finally scored a try. Okay. Another very interesting guest in my studio. You're going to be really surprised when you hear him talking. So if you microphone.
Здравствуйте, everybody.
Please introduce yourself.
My name is Patrick. I'm from Sydney, Australia, and this is my first match here, my first day at the Burgas Beach tournament.
Good day, mate.
Good day.
How does it feel?
It's great. It's great fun. It's a beautiful day under the sun, and the rugby, or as we say, the footy, is very good quality.
What brought you to Bulgaria?
My partner and I are travelling. We're travelling the world at the moment, so we've just come up from Istanbul, and now we've been in Burgas for a week, and loving it here. Loving it here a lot.
And you got in touch with the guys, so you started playing for Burgas?
I did, yeah. I just so happened to be lucky enough that this was happening this weekend, so I got in touch with the sailors, and they said, "Yeah, come on down," and here I am.
Just if you let me comment that it is very tight game between Yantra and Barbarians. It is 3-3. It is a try after try, and actually both teams are performing very well. Do you have your observations by what you see? Which is the team you would bet would win the tournament?
The Varna team looks quite strong. Yes. They run the ball quite hard, so they were definitely tough to play against. And so did the name's going to escape me, but the blue and white team, I believe their national number 8 played for them.
I see. Now, please tell me about rugby in Australia. We know that it is one of the strongest teams in the world, and even though they got in short-term prizes, is rugby really in the shadow of rugby league and Australian football?
It is, yeah. So back home in Australia, rugby league is very big. And AFL, Australian Football League, is very big too. So unfortunately, rugby is probably our third or fourth biggest sport. And as you might have just saw, we got beaten by the All Blacks 38-7 a couple hours ago. Yeah, so yeah, we're not as strong as what we'd like to be, I think.
I don't want to get into politics, but I think it was really stupid to kick Israel Folau away. I mean, it was the dumbest thing anybody could do. Allowing politics in rugby is...
Yes.
But, you know, just to mention for the viewers that Sydney has a team called South Sydney Rabbitohs.
Yes, they do.
It is rugby league, it's not rugby union what we're seeing.
Correct.
But this team is actually owned by Russell Crowe.
Yes, it is.
How does it perform?
It does good. And the South Sydney Rabbitohs do well every year. They make the final series, and yeah, they have a very big global audience. There's a running joke in Australia that anywhere you go in the world, when you watch like world events, there will almost always be someone sitting in the crowd with a South Sydney Rabbitohs jersey on. We call them random Souths guy.
Just if you allow me for a second to stress that Yantra Gabrovo obviously took domination during the second half, doubling their tries compared to the first half and leading with 6-3, which is impressive and probably speaks about the Barbarians, who are, how to say, showing some kind of fatigue, but not really. They're already back in the game. Now, about you said somebody with the jersey of South Sydney Rabbitohs. The design of jerseys with the green, red, and white.
Yes.
Actually, there are so many fantastic jerseys. And once I wanted to purchase, and until I organized everything, how to think, to address, to provide, and to load my car, and so, and it was over. Actually, they're very, very nice, fantastic jerseys from South Sydney Rabbitohs. Please, everybody who's interested, open that in Google. You're going to see their design is a piece of art. Now, what do you know about Bulgarian rugby so far?
I think it's very good. I like it a lot. I like what the Sailors are doing here. I'm a very big advocate for women's rugby. So it's great to see that they have a strong women's team going, and it's good to see that they've got the kids teams playing as well. Because even in Australia, our involvement with the youth isn't as strong as what we'd like it to be. So it's very good here to see the Sailors are putting in so much effort into getting more and more people into the game.
It is a winter in Australia.
It is.
Are you running from the winter and the bad weather?
I am. I'm
Please
chasing summer.
Please tell me, what is winter in Australia?
Winter in Australia, it sort of depends where you are. In the northern part of Australia, it's still hot. But in Sydney, we get down to 0 degrees, it rains. It's not too pleasant. It's not like the beautiful beaches here in Burgas. It's too cold to go swimming, it's fair to say.
7-4 in the game for Yantra Gabrovo. Barbarians still have the time and chances to equalize and win, but let's see what happens. Siva Jabirov is actually from South Africa.
Oh, nice.
So you're not the only one from the Southern Hemisphere. But please tell me, have you seen snow in Australia?
I have. Yeah, we have ski fields there in Australia, so each year during winter we can go and ski. And when it's particularly cold, some of our areas in west, they see snow as well.
Don't you need mountains for ski fields?
We do have some mountains. We have one particular mountain that people go skiing in.
I see. What are your plans? How long do you intend to stay in Bulgaria?
Bulgaria, we are here for 3 weeks. I'm going to butcher the pronunciation, but we're actually leaving for Veliko Tarnovo tomorrow. And then going through Eastern Europe for a couple months.
Oh, yeah. I'm from Veliko Tarnovo.
Well, okay.
When we get off air, I will recommend you some places to visit. Don't miss the castle. The castle is, it is a medieval castle which is 1,000 years old.
Yeah.
There is a special tower in which the king of Belgian Crusaders Kingdom of Latins lived after we captured him in a battle.
Yeah.
They actually seized a big part of the Byzantine Empire, and then they tried to seize Bulgaria. Mm-hmm. It was 14th century, and they tried to beat us, but we gave them very hard time. Basically, we deceived them to get in a swamp. Yes. With their heavy armory. They couldn't resist. We literally smashed them and took the king to live in our capital, but because he started making intrigues, then we blinded him and left him live alone in the tower. So there is a Baldwin Tower in this medieval castle. I'm sure you're going to enjoy that.
All right, I'd love to see it. And a bit of a history lesson there whilst you're watching your footy at home, folks.
Yeah, I neither expected to have this conversation. You see, you never know where it goes. And now, beach rugby. How do you compare it to the other versions? I mean, what is your favorite version to play?
Yeah, so my favorite is probably sevens. I've played 15s all my life and sevens for most of it as well. But for a smaller guy like me, sevens is fun because I get to run around some of the bigger lads. But beach rugby it feels a lot like sevens, except for even harder because that soft sand makes it so much more difficult to get up quickly and run around. Plus, there is almost always sand in your eyes, I've found, so it's a little bit trickier.
Are you running out of time needing to get back to your guys?
What time is it?
It is
16:44.
If you let me show you it.
16:44.
Your game is going to be after that.
After this one. Yeah, right. So I can do this half a commentary.
All right.
Yeah.
So what we saw is that actually Barbarians lost their semi-final against Yantra Gabrovo. So it is Yantra, the team that won. And now we are going to watch the Bulls from Burgas against the National Sports Academy from Sofia. Mm-hmm. it's
The National Sports Association, they're pretty handy.
Yes, okay.
I'm getting called to
your
warm up.
teammates are calling you, so thank you very much for your time.
Very
Good
much.
luck
Thank
and
you.
enjoy Veliko Tarnovo.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Now, the Bulls with their physicality. The Bulls with their physicality. Trying to score their first try against National Sports Academy. National Sports Academy, as mentioned before, is a mixture between experienced veterans and youngsters. And now, yes, this was the first try by the Bulls. And now I am back with Peter from Gabrovo. Obviously, they got kind of superstitious and believe that he's their mascot. Every time he gives the interview, there is a victory that follows. So it is their hope that this interview is going to provide a victory in the final. So how was the semi-final?
Did you predict it? For now?
Yes.
Oh.
What?
Back to the interview. I hope you are right about the interviews, and I hope that this interview brings the
victory,
the title home. To say it like this.
Well,
because
probably I might be accused for supporting you by giving you so much time to speak. So probably you should consider buying me a beer after the game.
You got 2 beers from me.
Okay.
Tonight in the Escobar.
Okay. Yes, dear. Yes, Escobar is a bar here in Sofia where the after party is going to take place. Now let's see what happens with the game, and the National Sports Academy equalize against the Bulls. Which team do you think is going to be your opponent of the final?
It's hard to say, really, because with the games both teams played.
Yes.
NSA were in our group in the pool. We beat them, but I think they have a lot of quality. With they have 2 or 3 Bulgarian rugby players who play for the national team. One is going to be a captain for Pernik in some point in time. But I think the Bulls are also a tough opponent because they're a very physical opponent.
Yes, they're very physical.
Very physical, very good boys, strong boys.
And just to give you some intelligence, they practice 5 times a week.
Nice. I'm glad to hear that. I'm really glad to hear that a team as new as the Bulls practices 5 times a week.
As the Kung Fu Tiger said, finally a worthy opponent. Our battle will be epic.
You are right about that.
Okay, now you saw the first try for the Bulls. They're taking the lead against National Sports Academy, but the game is very tight. You saw that it is a try for try. They seem that they learn their mistakes. They learn from every mistake from every game, and every next game, NSA are actually stronger. We saw the first try for the National Sports Academy.
Yes. But the game, as you said, there's a try for try.
Try for try. Very, very narrow. Very narrow, very physical.
Yes, because the two teams, you see, they score in the range 3 to 4 minutes. They gave 6 tries already.
Yeah.
But the game is be a lot longer because, as you know, as a player, the second half is always a little bit more tiring than the first.
The time when you wait the end to come.
Yes, and the final whistle is like a
relief.
Very much a big sign of relief.
Here is the moment to say that once we played against Gabrovo back in the time when I was an active player, and it was the end of October, or it was the first day of November, and it was really hot. And the field of Yantra Gabrovo is down in the valley, and the sun was starting to go west, and the tall hills started creating shadow. And it was so much nicer when we played in the shadow compared to playing outside in the sun.
Oh yes, the sun is very tiring and it isn't very nice.
Yes. Oh, so would you like to add something before you get back to your responsibilities?
I'll hope to win in the next game. I hope your prophecies right here are right.
Okay, for the record, I still haven't received any beer, so you can accuse me. I'm just doing my job in the most professional way possible, trying to provide you with guests. And if the laws of physics say that as much as interview somebody gives means as much as victories team achieve, it's not anything I can do about it. We are just rediscovering the laws of physics and rugby.
Thank you for having me again, and see you
Good luck
in the final.
Yes. Сега ще ви кажа. 1, 2, 3. Един час още. I just saw a reporter from the Central Bulgarian television. Also, it is attracting the attention of one of the pleasures of my job. A correspondent for BTV, one of the two biggest commercial TV channels, is here attracted by the game, wants to make interviews with the organizers and cover the competition for the news issue tonight. She's very attractive, and I was more than happy to help her by showing my colleagues who are working behind the stage so the tournament can take place. And meanwhile, I see that the score is 5-5. Very tight game. It's just like the previous one. Very tight. Right. And let's see if, like in the previous game, one of the teams manages to take advantage in the last minutes to sustain its advance, to achieve and sustain its advance. Oh, it was a good attempt for tackle, good overcoming of the tackle. It is 6-5. Nearly 6-6. And another offload. You see, when there is somebody to pass the ball once you're tackled, it is very likely that sooner or later you're going to try in that case very soon. So it is 6-6. Like Iron Maiden sing 666, the number of the beast. Okay, the Bulls are charging, preparing another of the attacks we have got used to see them performing. Now Stoyan Tsenov made a good tackle. Ball is now in possession of the National Sports Academy. Perhaps you are here in the audience, they shout for the Bulls. It's not surprising. Bulls are from Burgas, and everybody on the field who is not a tourist feels in some way associated with them, while the NSA are the guests. And it is the first time, but during this tournament, this year's issue of the tournament, but we can hear the audience shouting very loudly for one of the teams, which is also nice to see. The audience got even more involved. Great tackle. And not so good offload, but by the rules, and therefore it was followed by a try. It is 7-6 for the Bulls. I made some checks. This is why I was quiet over the last minute. The real score is NSA 7 against the Bulls 6. This is a score on which the two teams are retiring. So it is the National Sports Academy going to the finals now. Доближи микрофона до устата си да се чува хубаво.
Чувате?
My next, чуваме, апаратната чуваме се, нали? My next guest is somebody whom I am going to introduce. He is my teammate from the time I used to play. He's still playing. His name is Konstantin Berner, and he plays for Sofia Barbarians. Konstantin, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy day. It was very tight game against the Bulls in the beginning, and now you lost against Yantra Gabrovo, but you showed very high spirit and played very tough. How was it? How did you feel the games?
The first game we couldn't get up to gear in the first half. It was like a very we couldn't match their intensity as they had one game, and I think that was the biggest problem that we had. After the second half, we managed to...
0-0 is Darlington. 1-0 for Darlington.
After the second half, we managed to come back, and I think we did quite well, but we just had to prepare better before the game too.
What changed in the team so you improved your performance over time?
I think we just got our stamina up, so we were just a bit shell-shocked in the beginning as first game, and we weren't sure where our positions were, and I think that was the biggest mistakes were coming from like.
And what do you think you lacked, didn't have, so you lost against Yantra?
For Yantra, they're a very good team. We've played against them twice last year, and now we had the chance to play against them. I think they're the worst team that you want to have against you in this format, because they're very well structured. They know what they're doing. This is the main thing. Like everyone is going in between two people, so everyone is taking at least two. I think we had too many mistakes where two people were tackling one person, and so that's probably. Like we had a yellow card as well.
Just to mention that the Sailors scored their equalizing try. Please go ahead.
So I think it was always gonna be a hard game. We made it a little bit harder for ourselves by making a lot of mistakes, like losing the ball and doing some missed tackles. But overall, I was impressed that we didn't end up like the final last year, which was a blowout, as you say.
Sailors don't seem to be in their best shape.
No, they look a little bit slow. Maybe they had too much of a break.
Too much of a break. And now, about Darlington, what is your impression about that team?
Well, they have a few veterans, which are, I feel like they're lacking the stamina and their heart. And they
Given
know
the fact that their average age is maybe double than the average age of the other teams,
so
it's very dignified to play even for the 5th place.
I'm sure in their prime they would have smashed us. So, so I guess like
yes, it's probably it's obvious by judging by James Mott, who is the Bulgarian rugby international, who is the pivotal player for the Darlington. This is where his father has played. And when he started his career, I spoke to him earlier. But as you see
he
now,
started in this team.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And he is now the key player. But as we say, one bird doesn't make doesn't bring the spring.
No, like you can't. This is a team game, so you can't have weak spots. Let's say, like I mean, not weak spots, but just everyone needs to know what they're doing, know their position, and you see the overlap on the right field.
The Tracy Gullis, who was creating numbers in the right wing. And if you
against Darlington, we managed to exploit these overlaps very well. It was this is another
Good
international player that lives in Bulgaria. I forgot his name.
The one with the beard.
Yeah. I forgot his name, but we played in Murphy's with him. So and against the under 20s we played.
I will make my research by the end of the tournament.
Yeah. For you, it's been a good commentating.
I mean, yes, he can be very valuable contributor, just like you. I mean, you contribute very well and presented your team in a very good light. Would you like to add something about Sofia Barbarians?
Ever since I joined the team, they were very social and welcoming. It was a very nice experience. I developed a lot of my knowledge from them, so about the game, and I learned to love it even more.
So you have played rugby even before joining the Barbarians?
Yes, I did play a bit in the Netherlands.
Okay, it is Sailors with their 4th try against Darlington. Let me tell you something about Konstantin Berner. I remember him, his first practice, he was with his 2 brothers. And they were the 3 guys that were not dressed with rugby jerseys, rugby shorts. They were actually dressed like just for a walk in the park. And I said, well, these guys probably were going to have some hard time to educate them. But in fact, my second impression was that every time there was a tackle, every time there was a new phase in the game, they were taking the right position. They were always where they should be. And even though they were not dressed as rugby players, they were very well educated from the very first practice.
We just hadn't played rugby in a long time, but we heard that there is a rugby team, so we decided to join, all 3 of us. And yeah, we didn't have any jerseys or anything, so it was good. It was the sport is a bit complicated in the beginning, because especially if you never watched it or played it. So
you're the oldest brother?
Sorry? Yes, I am the oldest.
You know, please go ahead.
Yeah, for what I see is like loads of young players that are playing and they're enjoying the game. So I feel that maybe there's a better times for the sport in the Bulgaria. So it's very nice to see.
Well, I would say 2 things. What our viewers don't know is that his 2 brothers kind of quit their rugby careers, but they became soldiers in Bulgarian Special Forces.
Yeah.
So they're real badass guys. real badass. And now their big brother is still playing. Let me ask you, don't you think that this tournament will be the swan song of Barbarians?
The what?
Swan song, like the end of the journey, after which the team is going to become more drinking team rather than rugby
Well,
team.
we always join the sevens tournament, so it's easier to. We're just finding it hard to organize a full team, but for sevens, it's 7 guys. So the sevens tournaments, we almost every time we can, we participate. So I believe
The show is going to continue.
at least for another 5 years, unless there's something we find some new guys, and at least I'll play until I can't anymore. So it's always the spirit. You see the guys in Darlington, they're well above. There probably could be our father. So it's like
I hope that your optimism would materialize.
Yeah.
We saw that Sailors are scoring another try, so obviously they finally got back in the game. They feel like playing against the opponent they can defeat, and they want to finally show that they.
I'm not sure what happened to Varna. They left the tournament, or what happened?
I'm not sure
I
either.
was expecting them to play this match against Darlington.
Did they just quit?
I haven't seen them, so they could have.
Oh, that's a real surprise. Well,
anyways, I'll
Konstantin,
go.
thank you for your time.
Thanks.
See you in the first half. Open Gangnam Style. You can't see me dancing. You're really missing something. And then another tackle. Fantastic tackle, by the way. James Mott recycling the ball. Whoa, another great tackling. Display of tackling skills. Da. Maxim Joachimsson passing the ball to another seller. Unstoppable. 7-3. And James Mott giving his best to help his team advance and narrow the difference in points. Fantastic tackling, clean defense by the Burgas Sailors. Oh, it was perhaps the most ingenious way to create the space and then to take advantage of the situation. Truly industrious, truly industrious. Okay, you see the old gladiators. They're tired, they're exhausted. They gave their best, they deserve our applause. As I said earlier today and repeat again now, Google, if you haven't read the speech of Theodore Roosevelt, The Man in the Arena. Watching the performance of Darlington is something which reminds us about the Man in the Arena. Read it if you can, Google it and read it.
Уважаемые дамы и господа, автобусные минуты, събираем следващите отбори. Това са моряците, а именно стана тя на добрата играчка. Да ги аплодираме, сега ще имаме възможността да излязат от терена с Висок Димитровски.
Hey James. Yes, please. Would you like to sit down? No. All right. So it is James Mott, the guy who scored the last try in a very industrious way, pushing his teammate to have him on the ground to pick up the ball. He is going to make an announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say this. Sometimes good rugby comes from a lot of training. In fact, that comes from most of the time. Sometimes it comes from drinking 7 beers during the day and you finally start scoring tries.
Okay, you saw the secret. Thank you. James Mott and his fantastic sense of humor. Even more fantastic wit is based on a true story. You see now the ladies Wildcats playing against the Sailors. First try for the Sailors. Let's see what the Wildcats do. The Wildcats maintain possession on the ball, not really gaining meters, but still possessing the ball. Good tackle. Okay, the Sailors are trying to dominate the second half. They have 2 points advance. Attempting another attack. Teddy Videva is with the ball. She seems unstoppable and most likely score the first try. Yes, it is Sailors 3. What a Careful. Okay. They seem tired and exhausted now, the Wildcats, but you see very young girls, some very young and very inexperienced girls. So I'm going to repeat, if they stay together, if they survive the natural feeling of shame from losing, which is very dignified, to overcome that feeling, to understand that it is human to make mistake, it is a human to lose, but it is something much more to stay composed, get up once you have been down, and reach hand to your teammates in order to improve, rather than surrender. If they keep their spirit, if they stay together, I believe that next year their performance will be quite different. However, for now, the Sailors dominate the game with 5-0. Teddy Videva with another try. Seven tries for just one half. It's a pure dominance by the Sailors. However, the Wildcats have to play for themselves. They have to forget the pressure. They have to forget the shame. The fact that they have came here, traveling so many kilometers, it shows that simply have no shame. You shouldn't be ashamed. You should be proud. Come up on the field and just show us our best.
второто време. Ето ти Моряцки да изглежда следващото попълнение. На точка 10. Наистина да покажат със всяка техника. Силния президент за новата селекция.
Another try for Sailors. Апаратна Кевин Крътов.
Десета точка за Морячки. Поредно е се за Морячки. Уважаеми дами и господа, ето че второто полувреме приключи току-що с резултат. Ще помоля само колеги да съдействат. Резултатът е 14-0. Силни аплодисменти за двата отбора, дами и господа, наистина отборът на Морячките. се справи много добре, но разбира се и не на последно място Дилите Копке. Малко шуми за тях. Уважаеми дами и господа, след това прекрасно второ време на двата отбора, сега ще дадем думата и на едни наши гости, а именно нека ви представя танцова школа Естрела с ръководител Олга Монкова. Ваши силни аплодисменти за едни прекрасни таланти, които днес са решили да уважат този прекрасен празник, този хубав турнир. Вие ще имате възможността да се наслаждавате на една прекрасна хореография. Танцовата школа вече заема позиции. Ще помоля само когато сте готови да дадат знак. Така, готови са вашите силни аплодисменти за тях. Аплодисментите не чувам! Хайде! Уважаеми дами и господа, това бяха танцова школа Естрела с ръководител Олга Монкова. Дами и господа, Днес те имаха възможността да подкрепят този прекрасен турнир. Нашите прекрасни ръгбисти. Нека им благодарим още веднъж за подкрепата, за това прекрасно изпълнение. След мъничко се връщаме към турнира. Уважаеми дами и господа, ние продължаваме с турнира. Нека се готвят и жените от Анесия, както и ръгби Академия номер 18. Дамите вече са заели позиции. Реферите също, за това, че даваме и старт на първото по време. Първа отбелязана точка. Бегите коригираха втора точка. Занесе. Резултатът е 3-1 за Месия. Месия напада и отбелязва следващото есе. Отбелязваме първо полувреме с резултат 5-1. Отборите са вече на линия. И даваме старт на втората игра. Уважаеми дами и господа, наистина пара. Точка. Да, това е точка, браво! Уважаеми дами и господа, обявяваме край на матча. Имаме контузен спортист, но въпреки това иска малко аплодисменти за тази смела дама. Наистина показва страхотна игра. Дами и господа, това бяха Месия и Национална академия ръгби 18. Уважаеми дами и господа, след 5 минутки ще помоля да заповядат пиковете срещу варвари. След малко започваме с следващите отбори. Ето ги следващите момчета, които заемат позиции. Уважаеми дами и господа, в следващите минути вие ще имате възможността да гледате варвари срещу бикове. Това е една спорвана битка за това, че нека ги аплодираме тези смели момчета.
Negotiating the terms for the third place finals. Sofia Barbarians, Sviatoslav Nasvadi, Dočo Mladin from the Bulls. The game resumes with kick starting from the Bulls. Barbarians seem focused. Bulls seem waiting for the chance to start their charge. Good tackle, not allowing for the Bulls to initiate the game the way they want. Basically, it is a strategy to destroy the strategy of the opponent. Barbarians seem to be doing exactly that. Good tackle here. But another offload, and number 3 gets away far ahead from the defense of Barbarians, scoring the first try. Oh, so number 3, his try was penalized because he was taking time. He was penalized, and instead of try, it is a penalty that's going to be performed by the skipper of Barbarians, Svetlo Nasvadi. Filip Dolov tried many offloads so he can't, and then at least he preserved the possession on the ball. Another tackle on Pepe Jovchev, and then penalty for the Bulls. Bulls have the ball. Good tackle, good defense by Svetlo Nasvadi. Is it going to be enough? Berner against Dočo Mladin. Good tackle. Barbarians should be careful not to tackle more in a way that one person gets, two people get involved in one person. They need to make something to increase their efficiency in defense, because as you saw, Dočo Mladin scored the first try for the Bulls. Bulls 1, Barbarians 0. Bulls didn't surrender, and perhaps one of the biggest predictors whether a team is going to win or lose, whether it's going to score or not, is the ability of the team to make offloads to a supporting player who is ready to adequately pick the ball and continue attacking. This is what Bulls seem to be doing better, and this is why right now they're going to score their third try. Bulls 3, Barbarians 0. Okay, Stefan Popov scores the try for Barbarians. Stefan, my good friend, Stefan did the try, so it is 3-1. Who would expect that a guy with the physics of a prop, who usually plays the prop, could be so maneuverable, so he could score against far more maneuverable players in beach rugby. But however, great job, Stefan. Enjoy your break. Your mind needed before you get on the field for the second time. And nice Svetlo Nasvadi is breaking through for the second try for the third try of Barbarians. Barbarians 3, Bulls 3. 3-3. A great comeback by the Barbarians. A great comeback by the Barbarians. Not. Okay, Svetlo Nasvadi passing the ball to Konstantin Berner. Another recycler of the ball, Siva Jabirov passing to Filip Minkov. Okay, Filip Minkov. Great try by Filip. Created with team effort. Fantastic. The audience seems to support the Bulls. However, Barbarians are not giving up. Barbarians. Here was a knock on, but Filip didn't admit that, and the game resumed. A try. 5-4 for the Barbarians. So basically Barbarians got back in the game after having to catch up against the Bulls, which is fantastic comeback. Once again, great game, great turnout. Thank you for the pleasure to watch you, both of the teams. My mistake, a correction, so it is 4-3 in favor of the Barbarians. Barbarians resume, very dynamic, very powerful start for the game of the Barbarians, even not afraid to pass when they see there is not a way ahead of the ball carrier, no way for the ball carrier, preserving the ball after the tackle. Barbarians seem so motivated. Perhaps this is the best start of the Barbarians, and naturally the try comes. Barbarians 5 against the Bulls 3. We remember the Bulls as the team which relies on physicality the most, and this is was prepared to say that we don't see the traditional physicality we saw during the day, but we just saw it, so they scored their 4th try. Good job, Barbarians. 6-4. 6-4. Okay. Try for try. Game entered in a phase in which every team scores after the other team scores before that. So it is a try after try. It is 6-5. Very narrow advance. Very tight game. 3rd place final. Okay, fantastic pass, and Todor Karakiev scored the 7th try for the Barbarians. Bulls seem to be writing off the game, putting their youngest and experienced players on the field. Well, at least they'll gain some gaming experience, getting used to play in front of audience, getting used to play against stronger opponents. So whether they're younger, whether they may lose, they are there on the field, build themselves as experienced players. 7-6, by the way. Barbarians still lead, but the game is very tight. The score is very close, and we can expect everything by the end. Penalty. Bulls tried to steal some space before performing the penalty. Probably a forward pass, not penalized. Good tackling, good defense. However, number 88 seems unstoppable. And try. Bulls are equalizing the score. Bulls 7, Barbarians 7. No, there was not a try awarded. The referee says it's been a forward pass, so penalty, and Barbarians resume the game, trying to move the ball from the right wing to the left. Filip Minkov was free, not down, and down Sive. Sive is trying to score. They try for the Bulgarians. Tackled but offloading to Urnian Gunchev, and Gunchev, also known as Hranov, scored the try for the Barbarians. Good job, Urnian. Okay, Bulls finally remembered what their key strength is. Finally returned to their key strength. It's going to be enough. Would they have the time? Perhaps Barbarians have learned their lessons in defense. Disallowing the opponent to score try. Actually pass the ball for Alex to score a try for Barbarians. It is 9-6. Bad resuming of the game. However, ball still in possession of the Bulls. They are losing meters, they are losing space. Barbarians are still in space. Would that materialize to another try? We're going to see. Attempt for an offload by number 88 of the Bulls, but unsuccessful. Barbarians stealing the ball. Barbarians with another development of the game, passing the ball to somebody on the left wing who scores. This time it was Filip Domov. Fantastic game. Barbarians win with 10-6. Barbarians are third. Bulls are fourth. Fantastic display of gaming skills. Great game. Thank you both, Barbarians and Bulls. You see hugs, you see congratulations between the two teams. All the symbols of rugby is chivalry. Bulls are posing for the guy with the camera, whose name is Vasil Varbanov, producer of the first and only rugby documentary called In the Name of God Rugby. Vasil Varbanov is probably one of the people who have done the most for popularization of rugby in Bulgaria, which is more important, he does it in a way that he unites the А? Не, да. Да, да.
Уважаеми дами и господа, след 5 минути ще наблюдаваме и следващата среща. Оряците срещу НСА София. Жени. господа, в следващите минути продължаваме и с мачовете. Нека си готвят нашите прекрасни отбори от НСА и Морячките. Уважаемите спортисти след мъничко ще вземат позиции на терена, за това, че нека пожелаем на двата отбора успех и добри попадения. Вече са на терена. НСА срещу Морячките. Ако трябва да дадем старт на първо полувреме. За Морячките. Браво! За Морячките. резултатът е равен. Браво на горячките, браво и на НСА. А ние ще продължим малко и с станцията сега. Ето, че нашите отбори са готови за второ полувреме, за това, че заемат позиции.
Second half, the two most experienced ladies teams playing on the final. National Sports Academy, after the instructions of Pavel Velkov, place their effort on breaking through the wing and score their fourth try. Sailors 4, NSA 4, the Sailors 3. And now comes, does it really come? Let's see, not yet. Not the best offload, but still possession in the Sailors. David Vidova, so she doesn't have a way ahead, decided to pass. Situation with no exit. But David took advantage and scored the fourth try for the Sailors. Fantastic offload, and another offload. Again, haven't seen stats, haven't seen modeling on predicting the outcome of the rugby games, but if you ask me, probably the ability to make offloads, proper offloads, to players who are ready to continue going ahead with the ball after the offload is probably the best predictor, the most accurate predictor for which team is going to win, which team is going to score more. Nearly 6 tries. Now 6 tries in National Sports Academy, 6-4 against the Sailors. Okay, Sailors, very good try. Fantastic try. Sailors are back in the game. Videva so she couldn't advance past the ball. The teammate wasn't able to continue the advance, was kicked in the line out, on the side for the line out. And now National Sports Academy lost their advantage, skipped the chance, missed the chance to score. You see the public, how it behaves, causing troubles outside the field. National Sports Academy. Good tampon. And second overcoming of the attempted try. 7 for NSA, fantastic try. Powerful breakthrough on the right wing. And fantastic try for the National Sports Academy. Come on, Sailors. Show us what can you do. Fantastic try. Bravo, Teddy Videva. 7-6. Very good try. Teddy seems tired, but she doesn't surrender. She doesn't ask. Okay, she asked for it. She demanded the replacement. Something is going on, I don't understand. The referee. Something unbeautiful is taking place. Okay, that was it. 7-6, National Sports Academy against the Sailors. 7-6, that was it. I didn't grasp what happens. We'll try to find out and tell you before the later game, but in an unexpected way, National Sports Academy ended against the Sailors. National Sports Academy won against Sailors.
Скъпи приятели, ето че в 6:30 започва и финала между Янка и НСА. Вашите силни аплодисменти, вие ще имате възможността да гледате и финала на този прекрасен турнир, заедно с тези смели момчета. За това, че оставаме на линия, след мъничко започваме и с финала. Че нашите финалисти нямат търпение, вече са на финала, за това, че започне и първото полувреме.
first try in the final against Yantra Gabrovo. Just to let you know, there has been misunderstanding between the referee and the administrators on the field, how the ladies' final was administered, and one try hasn't been recognized. This is why the referee expressed his protest. However, the game ended the way we saw. Now, a try for Yantra Gabrovo. They came back just seconds after conceiving the first try for National Sports Academy, 1-1. And I say, looking for opportunities to break through. When there are not opportunities to break through, looking for opportunities to pass. Eventually losing the possession of the ball. Okay, it was a clever move. That's just Mitru Georgiev offloading the ball. Offloading, and second try. Now, what happened? They converted. Now Yantra Gabrovo is leading with 2-1. Pavel Velkov leaving the field, Stoyan Tsenov entering the field. Veterans and legends for NHL Sports Academy against the young solid team of Yantra Gabrovo. Is it going to be the experience? Is it going to be the youth? So far, it is very narrow 2-2 and very, very tight game. We should all be happy. We should all be happy by what we see. The games are attractive. Very few of them were predictable. Very few of them ended before the final whistle. Most of the games are with tight, with narrow advances. Now 3-2 for Yantra. Obviously, it is easier to run than to tackle. This is what we can say. And somebody managed to argue with me, making 2 consecutive tackles, 3 consecutive tackles in a row. Now, very good defending play by Yantra Gabrovo, but National Sports Academy maintained the possession over the ball and trying to find holes in the defense of Gabrovo. Stoyan Tsenov nearly the try line, offloading the ball, another offload and another try. Nesia 3, Yantra 3. Yantra with its 4th try. Gabrovo players take the lead for the 3rd time. National Sports Academy resumes the game, trying with physicality, trying to maintain the possession of the ball, not passing, just breaking through, and then the offload in the right moment. However, it was enough. It was the 4th try by National Sports Academy. 4-4. What a tight game. What a tight game. It is a try for try. I wonder if by the end of the game, alright, it was a knock-on. No way the attack could continue, but I wonder if the game is going to be decided by some fantastic tackle until the end, or it is just going to be try for try. Tsenov tackled. Another try by Yantra Gabrovo. So good tackling skills. I could count more than 6 tackles of Yantra Gabrovo. 7 tackles. 8 tackles. You see, they made 8 tackles, but the strength of National Sports Academy is that they maintain possession of the ball. They keep the ball until getting chance to offload and pass it to somebody else, which can also be the decisive factor. NSA equalizing. with a 4-try 4-4.
Резултатът 4 за Месия.
Gladiators are back on the field. Ready for the last 5 minutes. And what happens? Such an unforgiving attack by Jantrek Gabrovo, equalizing 5-5. It was unforgiving. It was a blitzkrieg. In the game, Mitko Georgiev with the ball, offloading to nobody, allowing Jantrek Gabrovo allowing National Sports Academy to steal the ball. They didn't get very far, but they continue to control the ball. Gabrovo eventually stole it back. Penalty. Jantrek Gabrovo seemed to be able to take advantage of situations. Not that it always leads to a try, but they take advantage of situations in a better way. Fantastic offload once again, and then again a tackle. Passing. It's all. Sometimes it's not about tackling, not about pick and roll. Sometimes it is about having the right person, the right place, and Jantrek takes the lead with 6-5 after this try on the right wing. Great 6th try for Jantrek Gabrovo for the National Sports Academy. 6-6. Okay. Very solid attack and very solid defense by the National Sports Academy. It is like wrestling. But remember, if you don't tackle, it is wrestling. Tackle is if somebody gets on the ground. If it owns the feet, it is wrestling. Even though, despite the fact that there is a ball between the players, if somebody is not on the ground after the impact, it is wrestling, not tackling. To have a tackle, somebody must be on the ground, like this time, in that example. Oh, it was going to be a great breakthrough, but another display of solid defense by the Gabrovo team. You remember I was counting their tackles. It seems they're not afraid to tackle. They are making tackles in a very good technical way. Every time they make a tackle, somebody is on the ground. Okay, Mitko Georgiev advancing for the 7th try of NSA. Yes, he was awarded a try. NSA 7, Yantra 6. Yantra. Pavel Velkov. Tackled, but keeping possession of the ball. Offloading. Another pass. Good defense. Yes, yeah. But again, maintaining possession on the ball, passing. And this is a try for the National Sports Academy. 7-7. Very interesting final, very dynamic final. Two very strong teams, with different styles of play. Fantastic, simply fantastic. Now, we heard the signal that the time for the game is over, and since the score is still equal, the two teams are playing to a try. Last try wins. The first time that scores is going to be the winner. Let's see which it is going to be. National Sports Academy seem tired. They must be able to tackle, they must be able to stop the attack, because otherwise game is going to be over in very short. Okay, this is the decisive winning try, or maybe not. Yes, referee awarded the try of Mitko Georgiev. National Sports Academy is trying to protest. However, the referee says it is a try. The referee says it is a try. Game over. Yantra first. National Sports Academy 7, second. Barbarians third. Bulls are the fourth. Sailors are fifth, sixth. Darlington, and I don't know why Spartak Varna left the competition without taking their chances in the playoffs. However, this was the 6th edition of Krasiku Beach Rugby Tournament 2023. National Sports Academy lost to Yantra. Yantra is the winner of this year's issue, and also it wins its first title in the tournament. They are by far the team with the most victories. Congratulations, Yantra. Thank you very much to all the teams. Men, ladies, kids, thank you very much for the fantastic turnout. It was a pleasure to watch all the tournament. It was even been a pleasure for me to comment for you. I hope I didn't piss you off. My name is Stefan Antonov. Thank you for the attention. Good luck. Hopefully we meet each other, everybody on its place, next year again. You can continue watching the awarding of the different teams. From me, goodbye, good luck, stay well.
Към нашите прекрасни истории за всички участници, които се включиха в прекрасни ръгби 2023.
Уважаеми дами и господа, скъпи гости, ето че настъпи моментът, в който започваме с официалното награждаване. Нашите прекрасни организатори са готови и с резултатите, за което даваме думата на... Моля отговорите да се съберат. Здравейте! Моля отборите да се върнат. Ако е възможно, на линията на тъча. Моля. Юрай, Банчо. Всички готови ли са? Първо искам да благодаря на всички участници на турнира. Надявам да сте доволни от турнира. Постарахме се много и да се виждаме много години. Започнем с награждаването на децата. На трето място тази година е отбора на Ботев. Второ място отбора на Янтра. И първо място тази година при деца до 12 години отбора на моряците. Изчакай, имаме специална награда от нашите партньори си Кеш за първите места днес. Имаме една специална награда за топ скора на турнира при децата, която отива при Петър Ганев от отбора на Янтра. Това е при децата. Наградите специално ще бъдат връчени в края. Така ще продължим с... Ще бъдат връчени накрая, както казах. Нека да продължим нататък с... Нека продължим нататък с награждаването при дамите. Четвърто място Диви Котки. Продължаваме с третото място отбора на... Продължаваме с третото място сборния отбор днес на турнира на Националната спортна академия Долу Севен, Национална ръгби академия. Трето място, заповядайте. Второ място при жени моряци.
и шампиони при жените тази година. Неся! Нека първо да приключим специалните награди. MVP на турнир при децата Кристиян Желев, Оряци. При деца топ скорър 14 номер от Габрово. Деца 14 от Габрово. Дете ли си? 14 номер от Габрово. Тръгнете си. Моля да бъде връчена наградата. Моля да връчите наградата, да поздравите детето и да развивате все така добре ръгби, детската ръгби школа в България. Така. И MVP при жени Галя Каламалиева. Моряците! Още една специална награда. Топ скорър при жените отиват при Криси Маринкова. Ще връчваме последните награди специални с MVP при мъже Михаил Михов Янтра. И последната награда е за топ скорър при мъже Веселин Пейчев. Благодаря, Неся! Така, да преминем към награждаването на мъжете. Тази година на 7-о място се класира отбора на Варна. Те напускат за турнира, нека да ги аплодираме. На 6-то място отбора на Дарлингтън. Пето място Оряци. Четвърто място, другия бургаски отбор Пулс. Трето място, и симпатяги, отбора на варварите. Към второто място след много спорен финал. Много хубав матч, тежък, мъжки. Второ място отбора на Неся. И победител Classico International Beach Rugby Tournament 23 тази година е Янта Габрово. Наградата от и преди да приключим, имаме и награди за съдиите днес, които помогнаха и искаме да я благодарим. Преди да приключим, може да направим снимки на столничката, също така да припомням. Въпреки че сега ще закрием турнира, третото по време продължава тази вечер в бар Ескобар. Дамите са изключително раздължовани, те там ще бият всички. Така че ви каня о 10 часа в бар Ескобар, ще изпратя локация в общия чат. Надявам се да се видим там, да отпразнуваме днешния празник. Много благодаря на всички. И, моля, една обща снимка за Крайс и след това ще има снимки и за победителите от първо до трето място на следващото. Благодаря ви много! Ето че с тези моменти закриваме официално турнира на класно ръгби 2023. Ще моля всички спортисти да дигат ръцете горе за една хубава обща снимка. Дигат ръце! Може ли да викате сега? Ръгби! Ръгби! Още сега! Ето го момента, в който искаме да благодарим на всички наши спортисти, които се включиха в този прекрасен турнир. Всички участници на голямо браво. Продължайте с това всички, които начнете, бъдете живи и здрави. Още веднъж и специални поздрави звукови инженерите. Янта Габрово. дами и господа, сега е моментът, ако някой все още не си е направил снимка с отборите, да го направи, които са на терена.
Екипите тука.